Good evening. I'm Mark Gorman, principal at Wickenburg High School. I welcome you to the graduation ceremony to honor the class of 2020. Please allow me a moment to make a few remarks regarding our expectations this evening. First, we ask that all of you remain socially distanced for this ceremony. We recognize that everyone has differing opinions regarding this, but we ask that you respect others here tonight on the Wickenburg High School campus by adhering to the guidelines in place from the Arizona Department of Health Services, the CDC, the Wickenburg community, as well as those that simply wish to maintain social distancing. Our goal this evening is to conduct a meaningful and memorable ceremony to honor the class of 2020. We ask that you refrain from whistling, yelling, or engaging in behaviors that may detract attention from the graduates. In a moment, we're going to begin with the processional music. We ask that you stand as we play Pomp and Circumstances and remain standing for the national anthem. This evening, you will notice that students are wearing honor cords and stoles. Our top 10% are wearing purple cords, the top 5% are wearing gold cords, and the top 3% are wearing purple and gold cords. All of these students are wearing white honor tassels as well. Please be aware that not all students will be receiving their diploma in alphabetical order, so I encourage you to listen carefully for your student's name. Joining me here tonight, we have governing board members Sandy Gill, Susan Webster, Randy Hodges, Ron Alexander, and board president Joe Maglio. Also joining us here tonight is WVA principal Rose Garcia, Wickenburg High School Assistant Principal Clint Bushbaum, Wickenburg High School Athletic Director Matt Johnson, and Wickenburg Unified School District Superintendent Dr. Howard Carlson. I want to thank you in advance for your support and cooperation. Enjoy the evening. Now, please rise as we begin with the playing of the processional, followed by the national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Howdy-doodly-do, everybody. I'm Ryder Boyle, the student body president of Wickenburg High School. Well, this feels a whole lot different not being able to talk to you in front. But at least I don't have to picture any of you naked. 4 years ago, we entered Wickenburg High School, ready to learn, to party, and to make new friends, to build on relationships, and feel what it's like to feel that breakup, and then get back together, and then break up again, and maybe learn that you're the problem. Many of us entered high school with hopes and dreams. We strive to become the best at everything we do. The many changes that life presented us with new trends, and what was cool and not cool, following into various bandwagons. We also experienced change in ourselves. Boys, at least most of us, finally grew taller than the girls through our early years of high school. Though freshman and sophomore year, we had great times getting the feel of high school. We went through odd fads, including the fidget spinners and the amazing dank memes. Then came our junior year, the year of testing. Life was about to hit us right in the brain. What do I do after high school? Do I go straight into a career? Do I go to college? Do I go straight into our trade schools? Or do I join our country's military? Thank you to all those, by the way, who are serving in our military. Thank you. Even with the testing year, we still had fun joking around in class with our friends and our teachers. Then our senior year, 2020. At the start of the school year, the senioritis kicked in. Every day, it seemed like the end was so close, we could taste it. And we were gearing up with the excitement to graduate. We were the top dogs at the school, the big kids on the block. 2019 was pretty smooth sailing, and then the new year. Oh yeah, this is going to be our year. Then bam! In March, nature gave the world a roundhouse kick to the face, and we saw horrible many things come to pass. The fires that pulverized the forest of Australia, to Kobe Bryant's death and his daughters with the company. Rest in peace to all of them. Then the ugly pandemic, COVID-19. It forced our whole country into a 2-month quarantine, requiring many life norms to shut down, including our educational systems. Yup, it sucked. But we were strong. Many of us took the chance to get a job and earn money, preparing us for further adventures or for our further life endeavors. Congrats to the class of quarantine 2020. You survived the toilet paper battles, to Mr. Stairs quiz of the day, and my joke of the day announcements every morning. I would like to thank all the teachers who taught us, all the counselors who advised us, and all our administrators who managed. And also, thank you to the senior class for being strong. You will be great. Keep your head up, be creative, innovative, and love life and the people around you. I saved the best joke of the day for last. You know what they're saying about 2020? It went viral faster than everyone thought it would. Thank you, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, family, faculty, and my fellow classmates of 2020, today is one of those milestones that you'll always reflect upon. Even with the pandemic throwing a curve into our senior year, we are all still sitting here in our caps and gowns that we have waited 4 long years to wear. Can you believe that just 4 short years ago we were the little freshmen on campus? Now we're here on this field about to receive our diploma. It seems like just last week we were trying to find our way through the halls fast enough to not be late. Now we know this school like the back of our hands. Throughout these past 4 years, we have all gone through some hard times, whether that's in our classes, personally, with friends, or even within our families. These hard times may have made you question yourself, but these times have also shaped us into who we are. But look at us now. Some of us have even found out what we want to do for the rest of our lives. To say that is pretty surreal. We are all now going our separate ways to fulfill our dreams. As the song says, had to chase some dreams down. Many of us are going to leave to chase down the dreams we have always had, whether that is going to college, straight to work, or even the military. We may not know it yet, but some of us will end up right where we left it. We have all grown together, but now it's our time to shine individually and work for our dreams. As Mrs. Macias has told me, your dreams are yours, and they don't have to fit into a mold created by others. They just need to meet your expectations and for you to embrace them. Some of my favorite memories are from when I was on the volleyball team during freshman and sophomore year. Our bus rides to away games were never dull, from scream singing a song to throwing aluminum balls off each other's foreheads. We always encouraged each other and had a great time doing it. What was so incredible about attending a small school was that we regularly came together to get the job done and were there for one another. With attending Wickenburg High School, we have been given the opportunity to learn so much from incredible teachers that have done a great job at preparing us for the journey ahead. They have given us a sense of community, sense of humility, a sense of humor, and the knowledge to pursue our dreams. Wickenburg High School has opened up so many opportunities for their students. One big opportunity that they opened up for me was a chance to attend with WestMech for their medical assisting program. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have met many of the great friends I have or learned from some incredible teachers who have made a significant impact on my life. Wickenburg High School has also taught us how to love America, respect our neighbors, and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem at all sporting events. This school has been like our second home for the past 4 years, but now we must continue our path in life and find our new normal, whatever that may be for you. One last thing I'd like to share is a story told to me by a teacher that I believe everyone should keep in the back of their mind. It's about a carpenter who was ready to retire, but his boss wanted him to build one last house. And when he started building that house, he didn't put his heart into it and he didn't pay attention to what he was doing. But the minute he finished that house, he called his boss, and when his boss arrived, his boss handed him over keys and the papers to the house. If he would have known it was for him, he would have put his heart into it. And if in reality, we aren't that different from the carpenter. Just think, you were assigned a job, and sometimes you work with passion, sometimes without caring. But the minute you know it'll impact you, you do your best. Why can't we just do our best work all the time? Just think. Everything you do impacts your future, even the little things. And if you're not happy with what you see, perhaps it's a direct consequence of what you've been building over the years. Fall in love with your future, whatever it may be, and build your dreams into a reality. Build wisely, class of 2020.
Good evening. My name is Madison McBride, and it is an honor for me to once again welcome parents, students, family members, and faculty. Before I say my remarks, I would like to take the opportunity to thank the Superintendent, Dr. Carlson, the board members, and staff for their work with students and their families. A special thank you goes to our teachers who have challenged us to do our best, instilling passion in us, and who continue to take a personal interest in our academic and social development. Looking back to our years in middle school, I'm sure we all wish we could go back to the days where we didn't have a single care in the world. But at the same time, now that we are moving on with our lives, we are making new memories, gaining independence, and seeing our dreams turn to realities from times that seem so far away. High school has been an experience and a journey that we will never forget, and one that has prepared us for our future, whatever it may hold. Honestly, we do not yet know what our futures may hold. I'm certain that none of us saw what the year 2020 had in store for us, because, Lord, we were sure in for a ride. The memories that I wanted to make with everyone were gone before they even happened, due to the results of COVID-19. Some of us were unable to have our last season of sports or academic competitions that we looked so forward to for our entire year. Or we didn't have the chance to have the prom or senior events that we were so excited for. Others of us, however, had to deal with the loss of certain family members or a friend, and deal with terrible hardships we could have never seen coming. Having everything torn away from my grasp wasn't something that I was ready for. I must admit, it was rough. However, as history unfolds before our eyes, I found a pretty surreal feeling. Yes, it's a shame that such amazing opportunities have been ripped from our hands from our last year of high school and from our 13 years of hard work. But let's look on the bright side. Even though we have gone through something so disappointing, one day we will be able to know how it feels when something happens to someone we care about in the future. There will certainly be a day where we go through something of this magnitude. But guess what? We, the class of 2020, will be there for them, to show them that we understand their struggle. We were made for this. Most of us were born after the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks. And from there, we have seen things in the world we never thought were possible. Even though our future is certainly unknown, it's still in our generation's hands. Every teacher and mentor that I've crossed paths with from my time in Wickenburg has taught me many valuable life lessons and has brought out the best in me. And I'm sure the same has been done for you all too, whether that's by your coaches, pastors, family, friends, and more. They have helped guide us through this pandemic and have reassured us in our worst times and that everything will work out. Look where we are now, and look around you. This small town that we call our home has given us the support to go and chase our dreams, despite our uncertainties. Like I mentioned before, we don't yet know what our future holds, but the road leading out is the same road bringing us back in. No matter what we decide to do with our lives, we will always have the support of this little town of ours, right where we left it. Now it's time to move on to bigger and better things. To the graduating class of 2020, I hope you are also able to realize that there is a great future in front of you. Go out for the things that you love. Reach out for what makes you happy. I am so excited to see what our future holds. Leave your worries behind. Tomorrow is a brand new day. Make it count. And remember, no matter what happens, we will always have a place to come back to with open arms. Don't forget where you started. Don't ever forget, here in our small town, we will always have a place to call home, right where we left it. Thank you.
Hello and welcome, families and friends of Wickenburg High School's class of 2020. My name is Savannah Lisk, and it's an honor for me to be speaking on behalf of my graduating class this evening. I would like to start off by thanking our parents, families, and the teachers, staff, administration, and school board here at Wickenburg High School for helping us get to this point. We could not have done it without every single one of you being there to support us along the way. As we all walk across the stage tonight, there's one thing that's for certain. We're all going to follow our own separate paths through life. After tonight, many of us will split ways and may possibly never see each other again. But whatever road life takes us on, may it be college, trade school, military service, or even simply jumping into the workforce, I hope we can all appreciate the home Wickenburg has become to us over these past 4 years. When we leave, I hope we can all remember that this town will always be here for us, right where we left it. I think it's obvious that these aren't the circumstances many of us wanted to end our senior year in. I know I personally wanted to attend prom, our senior trip, our last transition assembly, and so much more. But dwelling on what could have happened doesn't change all of the amazing things that did. We should be celebrating our accomplishments and recognizing that, despite the challenge these past few months have been, we didn't let it stop us. Although apart, we got through this together. 4 years is a really long time to wake up, come to the same place, walk the same halls, and see the same faces 4 to 5 days a week. I think somewhere between the familiarity and repetition of the same schedule day after day, we forgot to recognize how fast our days here were coming to an end. In the moment, I never would have imagined all of those long classes that seemed to slowly creep by would have zipped past at lightning speeds when I looked back on it. It's crazy that the late night trips to Denny's after football games, classes learning crazy math formulas, and listening to Mr. Stair's hilarious jokes are over. But new beginnings lie ahead. Wickenburg High School has really served as a place for me to explore my interests and challenge myself in all new ways. I found some clubs that I really enjoyed being a part of and some that weren't quite a perfect fit. Sorry, Mr. B, although I truly enjoyed decorating your doors, FVLA just wasn't for me. While high school may not last forever, the memories we've created here will last a lifetime. We've already conquered so much and reached one big goal that we should all be so proud of ourselves for. I remember when graduating high school seemed like only a distant dream, but here we are. Class of 2020, we made it.
The words valedictorian and salutatorian are academic titles given to the highest and second highest ranking students in the graduating class. It is now my pleasure to announce our salutatorian and valedictorian. These two young people have earned the highest 4-year weighted class rank index in their class. Our salutatorian is Noelle Robbins. Our valedictorian is Sabrina Rollins. Good evening, parents, community members, staff, and most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2020. Well, here we finally are. Seniors, you did it. We all come together today to acknowledge and celebrate this milestone that you have reached. You haven't done this alone. You've had a great deal of support along the way from your family, your teachers, your coaches, and your friends. Please take a moment to stand and join me in thanking them with a round of applause. Thank you. After 13 years of hard work, commitment, friendships, and hopefully a little fun along the way, you are approaching your graduation. This stepping stone to your future, when suddenly you were derailed. Yet, through all that, you persevered. Graduates, we return for one more night, where it all started for many of you 4 years ago. Tonight we return to Wickenburg High School, right where you left it, back in March, when we walked out the door for spring break. Throughout the year, you've quite possibly heard me mention that here in the Wickenburg Unified School District, we have a vision for every student, elementary, middle, and high school, walking the halls or working virtually. Our vision is one of hope, graduating, and dreams. It reads, every child has hope. Every student is a graduate, and every graduate has a dream. As you leave Wickenburg High School for college, the military, technical training, or your career, I hope that every graduate here tonight has a dream of what your life will look like, the shape it will take. What is your purpose, your gift? What is it that you are passionate about? Graduates, for a moment, I want you to look to the future. I know it can be difficult to do. It's really difficult when you're 18, but I want you to look to 60 years into the future. If we can leap forward 60 years and look back at your past, look back at all those years that follow tonight as you're approaching 80. Did you really live your dream? Was your life what you dreamed it would be? You see, in a study of individuals in their 80s, they were asked, what is their greatest regret? Overwhelmingly, the number one response from those that were surveyed was, I wish I'd pursued my dreams, my aspirations. You see, we all have dreams. We often know what we love or would love to do, what we'd love to become. You know, many of you have them now, but many of you will find them in the years to come. And along the way, they may change. As you find them, channel your energy toward achieving them. Hold on to them. Keep them close to you. Don't lose track of them. Rather, focus on them. Pursue them. That may seem like an easy thing to do, but it can be harder than it appears on the surface. You see, your dreams have a nemesis. Its name is doubt. Doubt works its way into your mind and can come from you, but can also come from others. Whatever the case, don't let doubt overtake your dreams. Don't let it extinguish your aspirations. We all have moments that challenge us, moments that make us question our dreams, moments that tire us, moments that will make us doubt. We all have and will find doubt working its way into our feelings, our thoughts, our beliefs, our lives, our minds, into our dreams. Some of the world's greatest dreamers and doers have found reasons to doubt. Finding success rarely comes easy, and for most, it's an uphill battle. But all the challenges, the struggles, and the setbacks, the doubt, they didn't get in the way of or let it rise above those and their dreams. Here are some examples. Perhaps one of the most innovative and creative, Walt Disney, was fired from his job with a newspaper because he lacked imagination. Lady Gaga was told that she couldn't sing. Oprah was fired as a news reporter because she was too emotional for TV. Albert Einstein was denied admissions when he first applied to college. J.K. Rowling spent 7 years writing Harry Potter. She was turned down by 7 publishing companies before she found one that would sign her. In 1961, the Beatles were turned down by A&R Records, told that guitar bands were on their way out. 1.5 billion albums later, we know better. And of course, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team before becoming who most might consider one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Each of these people, all of whom had a dream, became successful in a variety of careers or found success in what they are passionate about. They faced doubt head on and didn't allow their dreams to fade. Perhaps one of doubt's most powerful aliases is failure. These people didn't let failure get in the way of their dreams. They persevered. One of the greatest examples of perseverance, overcoming doubt, is from Thomas Edison's invention of the electric light bulb. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times in his attempt to create an electric light bulb. When asked about his failure, she replied, "I have not failed 10,000 times. I have not failed once. I have succeeded in proving that those 10,000 ways will not work. When I have eliminated the ways that will not work, I will find the way that will work." With most dreams, we will come face to face with doubt. Doubt which will show itself in wearing many faces, including that of rejection, failure, skepticism, sarcasm, and defeat. But each of them had a dream that they held on to, a dream that despite the darkest nemesis of all, doubt, rose above, took it head on, refused to accept it, and eventually overcame and conquered it. Each of you have dreamed from your earliest years, dreamed of your life, career, your family, your community. You will struggle. You will fail many times. But who's keeping track of those? Only you. And only you can push them aside, dust off your clothes, and give it another go. When you are 80, will you look back at your life and realize that you have lived your dream? Dreams that today might still be a little cloudy. You may be unsure of what your future holds. You may not have all the answers, but that doesn't mean you can't live your dreams. Your dreams evolve. They change. Whatever your dream is, or whatever it becomes, make the most of every day. So as you leave Wickenburg High School in search of or pursuit of your dreams, remember, if you ever find yourself filled with doubt, you can find hope. You can find your dreams. You can find them here where you left them, with your families, at Wickenburg High School, in the Wickenburg community. Because what you love and those that love you will always be here, right where you left it. So before you go, remember, be kind to one another, be flexible, and always wear your seatbelt. Congratulations to the Wickenburg High School graduating class of 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Gorman, and congratulations to the class of 2020. I'm pleased to affirm that the students sitting before you have met the graduation requirements established by the Wickenburg Unified School District Governing Board and by the state of Arizona. Now I'd like to introduce Governing Board President, Mr. Joe Maglio.
As the president of the Governing Board for the Wickenburg Unified School District, and by the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the state of Arizona, I accept and confirm that the Wickenburg High School class of 2020 has met the requirements for graduation. Mr. Gorman, please present the graduates to receive their diplomas.
Sabrina Bridget Rollins. Noelle Mackenzie Robbins. Ryder Stephen Boyle. Sevannah Lisk. Madison McBride. Melissa Nicole Peterson. Haley Nicole Anderson. Chloe Ann Lovelace. Sean Ian Haviland. Tisha Marie Stewart. Olivia Marie Wilson. Sydney Ann Smith. Jose Vasquez Cota. Tiana Marie Barron. Caitlin Ashley Cosgrove. Calvin Paul Newton. Alexa Cecilia Morillo. Shannon Sue Mora Vasquez. Sean Edward Shearman. Jaiden Ann Ritch. David Alridge Joseph Alsman. Nicholas Almstead. Matthew Thomas Ball. Cody Tyler Band. Justin Christopher Barton. Justina Benny. Paige Johnay Biles. Devin Scott Bussey. Mia Michelle Campa. Royal Chandler. Josue Cortez Arellano. Kayla Cunningham. Tyler Charles Davis. Desiree Rosalie Dominguez. Caleb Scott Dreer. Evan Scott Drescher. Jordan Wilson Eccles. Aaron Ernesto Echeverria. Juan Guadalupe Estrada. Michael Anthony Flynn. Arnoldo Molina Garcia. Natalie Garcia. Isabella K. Gonzalez. Sofia Yarel Gonzalez Zamora. Wyatt Armour Grantham. Yaru Jerome Irby. Shelby Jane Jenkins. Alan Henry Johnson. Jennifer Joanne Destiny Johnson. Samuel David Jones. Alejandro Juarez Malagon. Aaron Lindsay Kime. Shaylin Madison Kingjack. Coy David Scott Kraut. Luis Antonio Landeros Rivas. Braden McKay Lang. Rachel Marie Lotta. Bryce Robert Lindsay. Grace Lee Looney Lopez. Brandon Sebastian Machado. Allison K. Mallory. Daisy Martinez Ibarra. Logan Isaiah James Ness. Alejandro de Chihuahua Ochoa. Chance Allen Oldham. Ariza Summer Monique Perez. Jose Martin Perez Jr. Cole Wayne Pickrell. Tyler Pineda. Kyle Douglas Pittman. Geraldine Grace Rainey. Veronica Danielle Rivas. Samantha Clarice Rollins. Ivan Sanchez Rodriguez. Yvette de Santiago Sandoval. Evan Shane Schneck. Brady Patrick Seeger. Kaya Mescal Sharp. Kaylin Marie Shipman. Bennett James Sizer. Kylie Aunt Marie Smid. Yamaleth Pamela Talamantes. Raul Josue Valencia. Mary Jane Elizabeth West. Sadie Caroline White. Chance Dean Zellner. Troy Allen Adamo. Melissa Jolene Barrick. Brianna Renee Cackert. Ever Caraveo Ruiz. Jose Alberto Dominguez. Daniel Flores. Jorge Ibarra Villegas. Clayton Ray Jones. Luis Santillan. Melina Marie Tapia. Michaela Kenzie McCarty. Gerardo Alejandro Padilla. Desiree Elizabeth Von Hagen.
Good evening. I know it's confusing that I'm on the screen and sitting amongst the rest of the graduates, but don't worry, I'm not in two places at once. Although our senior year was cut short and it might feel as though we have received the short end of the stick, people will be talking about us forever. The class of 2020 is the class that overcame COVID and killer bees. Mr. Stair will probably read the exact lesson written on us to some of our kids.
As we take on the rest of life, we must remember it is not the struggles thrown at us that matter, but instead what we choose to perceive them as. Take these difficulties and use them to your benefit. Build your character and always remember where you came from.
Although our senior year came to an abrupt end, we still were able to finish strong. Like my papa always said, challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Today is a special day. It marks a day where we finally get to add one more piece to the puzzle of our future. Today is a day to celebrate your success, all your hard work, and all those days you felt like just giving up, but you didn't. It was all worth it, and we can finally say we graduated. Now is the time to go off to college, join the workforce, or even sign on the military. Whatever your plan may be, go out there and pursue your dreams. After all, this is the greatest country in the world, the land of opportunity. Make the best of what you have, cherish every moment, and live your life to the fullest. In addition, I'd like to finish out by saying thank you to all of our teachers and staff. I can't stress enough how much as a senior class we appreciate all your hard work and helping us get to this point in our life. At the end of the day, we are one big family, Wrangler Nation and all. Let us not forget we're Wickenburg strong and we're right where we left it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce the Wickenburg High School graduated class of 2020.